Hey there folks, this is Eric from myhomeserver.com doing our first video tutorial. Today we're going to show you how you can use your Linksys cameras to stream video to your cell phone. So while you're on the road, you'll be able to open up your cell phone and view live video over your home or business. We have two cameras from Linksys that will do this currently. There are others, but we're only showing you two today. And these are the two that we've reviewed in full detail on myhomeserver.com. If you take a look on the left, that's the WVC210, also known as the Internet Home Monitoring Camera. Retails for around $100, and that's a wireless G camera. And on the right side, we have the Linksys WVC210. That's mainly geared for business, and that's around $300. That's also a wireless camera. But that also has pan, tilt, and zoom features as well, and many other features geared primarily for business. Anyway, what we're going to show you today is how you can use your cell phone. Today we're going to be using a Verizon Voyager cell phone, which has RTSP streaming, which is what these cameras can output. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go over to our laptop here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our computer and log into the camera to make a few settings to enable the remote streaming. So once we log into the camera, you want to click on the Audio Video tab on the left side, or the link in the menu. And you want to make sure that the Enable Mobile Streaming is checked on. As you can see, the resolution is fixed at 160 by 120. And I'd recommend setting the kbps fixed bit rate to 32 or 64 to start. And once you actually get a connection, then you can mess with the settings and increase that. Same goes with the frame rate. I'd keep that 10 or lower. You might even want to start out by 5 or 4. Also, an important thing is the access code. Right here we have 12345 for the sake of the example, and you can really put in anything here. I'm not sure how long the string is you can put in, but you can also type a word, couple characters, a sentence, something along that line. Obviously you wouldn't want to have spaces in there, but I think you can play around with the access code. Right now we just have 12345, and that's actually part of the URL, so it saves you when you're typing in from the cell phone that you don't actually have to enter in a username and password. So you type in the domain name / the access code, and that gets you into the mobile video. And we'll show you that in a minute. So once you're done this, you want to go down and click the apply button, and that will save the settings on this particular screen. And you also want to make sure that once you do this, you probably are best off to set a static IP address on your LAN. And it just happens that our network segment is 15.1, so our router is 15.1. So we set our camera to 15.230. And once you do that, you obviously want to save the settings. But while you're in this screen, you also want to double check the RTSP, as you can see here. And again, this is on the basic menu of the camera. So the RTSP port by default is 554. You shouldn't have to put that at all inside your URL. Also, the data port is 5000. But you definitely want to open these two ports and point them at the camera IP address, which we just set at 230. Alright, so once you set the LAN IP, the static LAN IP, and you double check the RTSP, you shouldn't have to change anything since the RTSP port is the default port. All those settings are the same that we're using in our tutorial here. And really all you got to do now is log into your router. So here we are in our Linksys router, and we've gone into the applications and gaming menu. And then we've just typed in, and this is actually under the single port forwarding. Okay, so we're going to type cam for our camera, and since port 80 is already taken, we're going to use 1031 to 1031, TCP to 15.230, which is the IP address for the camera, and then that checkbox. So we do the same thing, as you can see, for cam RTSP. Sorry for the shaky video here, and that's port 554, and we just have both here forwarded .230, and we have that enabled. And you can also see the 5000, that's for the RTSP port 5000. And we've also put both here. We weren't really sure whether it's UDP or TCP. I believe it's UDP. There enables it. And then you do the same thing. You put 230 and then you enable that. And that's really it. You want to go ahead and click the save settings down at the bottom, and this will save and forward all those ports in your router to the camera. And really now it's time to go ahead and test the camera. Hey there, now it's time to pull out our trusty cell phone, since we've gone and forwarded all the ports here. And sorry for the video, this is kind of difficult to do with the camera. Alright, so once we unlock our phone, we're going to click on the browser, and now we're going to go into the browser. Alright, here we are with our cell phone. This is the Verizon Voyager. And we've gone into our cell phone browser, and we've gone to the information area, URL entry area, where we can enter a specific domain name or URL to go to. So here what we've done is we've gone to the RTSP, as you can see, RTSP://, and then your domain name, and then the access code. Our access code is 12345. So all you do is domain name / access code, and of course RTSP being the protocol, and then click OK, and that will actually log you right into the camera. And we'll zoom in here so you can see the video once it connects. Alright, and there we go. So now we've actually got the live video. You can see the plant there, and I'll wave my hand in front. And that's about it. You can connect pretty much from anywhere. So you can see that it's pretty straightforward and simple to use your Linksys cameras that you can go right down and buy at your local Best Buy, Circuit City, or other major retailer, or online, and use your standard cell phone to watch over your home or business.